Hello beautiful people. So Leo season is here and I want you to keep your manifesting power working at an all-time high by giving you the necessary info for the 4 weeks of Leo season when it comes to love and your life overall. You can watch this video from the perspective of your sun sign and rising sign. If you want to know why you can watch it from both of those perspectives, I'll put a brief explanation in the description, so check that out. Remember, we are halfway through 2021, so this is where we take it up a notch. It's time to get focused, so let's get clear and let's keep that optimistic energy going. So no more wasting time. Here's what you can expect during the 4 weeks of Leo season when it comes to love and your life overall. Let's go. Now, Leo season begins on July 22nd when the sun enters Leo at 10:26 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will stay in Leo until it shifts into Virgo on August 22nd at 5:35 p.m. Now, here's the best way to make the most of this Leo season energy. Leo is a fixed sign. Remember, Cancer is a cardinal energy, so Cancer season marked a seed planting phase where Leo, being a fixed energy, means that the 4 weeks of Leo season is all about staying consistent, organizing your thoughts to stay focused on your goals, and organizing your schedule on a day-to-day basis to make sure that you are taking the actions necessary to feed your goals. Each evening when I'm done with my workday, I like to take the time to then schedule what I have to do the next day, writing down what I need to do, the times throughout the day that I plan on doing each of those things, and that helps me to stay on track and to be sure that I'm staying consistent and giving energy to the goals that will support me in manifesting exactly what it is I desire. So overall, Leo season is about upping your game when it comes to consistency. Now let's get into what Leo season has in store for you in terms of love and your life overall based on your individual sign. Okay, Aries. Now when the sun shifts into Leo on July 22nd, this will be taking place in your 5th house, which is a fantastic transit for you Aries out there. Whenever the sun is transit a fire sign, this is already good news for you because it is a very supportive energy to your Aries energy, but the 5th house is an especially good energy for you Aries because it's reminding you to have fun. Yes, Leo is a fixed energy, so this 4-week period is all about staying consistent when it comes to your goals, but it is so important for you to remember to enjoy the process. When you enjoy the process, it brings your vibration up and amps up your manifesting power. So if you find yourself getting frustrated at all during this 4-week period of Leo season, just take a deep breath and remind yourself that life is meant to be enjoyed. Also remind yourself that nothing ever stays the same. So frustrating circumstances will for sure shift, and if you remain optimistic and focused on solutions, you will for sure get to the other side of this energy and be better for it. This is a great time for creativity, so if you have had any ideas that you've been sitting on, now's the time to dive in and put those ideas into motion. Now when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Libra on August 16th, which will be taking place in your 7th house Aries. So this is just the transit that you've been waiting for if you're single and you're looking for love. During this time, the energy will be very strong for you when it comes to meeting someone new. They more than likely will be someone that is introduced to you through someone that is close to you, and it's very likely that they work in the world of the arts or the world of law. If you're already in a relationship, the 7th house transit will have you desiring to spend more time with your significant other. You'll be wanting a deeper connection, so embrace this idea because this is definitely the time where the two of you can either reignite the fire between the two of you or just energize the relationship overall. This is also a great transit for you when it comes to creating new partnerships, when it comes to business or even personal friendships. So keep your mind and your heart open for that energy to come your way. This is also a very favorable time for negotiations. If any compromising comes up, it will very likely end up in a way that you're happy with. So overall, Aries, Leo season is looking like a good time for you when it comes to life overall and love, so enjoy it and happy Leo season. Okay, Taurus, so when the sun shifts into Leo on July 22nd, this will take place in your 4th house. So this is a 4-week period where the energy of home and family will come into focus for you, Taurus. Now, when it comes to your professional goals, this could mean that you may find a new stream of income that you can operate from home. It also means that you may just feel the need to redecorate your place or to move, actually. If you've had any conflict that came up during Cancer season with a family member, this 4-week period of Leo season will be a great time to resolve that drama. Remember, when it comes to family, much of the time, it's all about accepting your family members for exactly who they are. Don't waste your time trying to put your standards on them. Of course, don't allow them to treat you in a way that you don't deserve to be treated, but if you find that you are judging them for their choices or for who they are, remind yourself that love means acceptance. And not accepting abuse from them, but accepting them, even if they're not measuring up to your expectations. And much of the time when you shift the energy to accepting someone for who they are, they will feel that. And you will get a much better version of them simply because they feel loved and accepted by you. Now, when it comes to love, Venus shifts into Libra on August 16th, which will be taking place in your 6th house. This is a good transit for you, Taurus, because you will be much more practical in your approach when it comes to relationships. Sometimes you can get swept up when it comes to falling for someone a little too quickly, and then you find yourself getting frustrated when they turn out to be a bit different than what you initially expected or anticipated. Now, with this 6th house transit, you will be more willing to take it slowly and watch their actions and ask the necessary questions and allow time and experience to give you the opportunity to really get to know them better. If you've been looking to meet someone new, this is very possible, and more than likely, they will be connected in some way to your job. It could be a coworker, for example. They could also be involved in the world of health and fitness in some way. If you're already in a relationship, this is a time where you may find yourself analyzing the health of that relationship, meaning you will really be paying attention to just how functional the two of you are together. Asking yourself questions like, do the two of you treat each other with respect? Is the relationship a good balance of give and take? This is also just a great transit for work overall. So if you've been looking for a job, don't be surprised if a big opportunity comes up in this area during this Libra Venus transit. So overall, Taurus, this 4-week period of Leo season will be a time for you to make sure that everything involving your home and family is in a good place, giving you a strong foundation of support and love, so this way you can move forward with confidence and clarity. And when it comes to love, it is a great time to potentially meet someone new, and if you're already in a relationship, a time to possibly make some adjustments so that way the health of the relationship stays on point. So live it up, Taurus, and happy Leo season. Okay, Geminis, so when the sun shifts into Leo on July 22nd, for you, this will take place in your 3rd house. This is a fantastic transit for you, Gemini, because the 3rd house is related to Gemini, so you are right at home in this transit. This means that it is very possible during this 4-week period of Leo season that you will meet someone or connect with someone on a deeper level that you already know that can really assist you in taking your goals to the next level. This is not a time to go at things alone. So if you're in one of those Gemini phases where you don't want to be bothered with anyone and you're feeling like you want to stay home and just chill, well, resist that urge. Your manifesting power gets a major boost during this time, provided you take the initiative to network and be around people. And this doesn't necessarily have to be going out to places that you haven't been before or meeting people that you've never met. This could very well mean just getting out and connecting with your network of people, your circle of friends, more consistently and in a different way. Now, make sure to let people know when you're out with them what you're working on and what it is that you're in the midst of bringing to life, because this will help you to keep the energy around your goals alive, and it will also give the universe the opportunity to put the right people in front of you to help you on your journey. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Libra on August 16th, which will be bringing a romantic energy to your 5th house. So this is also a great transit for you Geminis out there when it comes to love. If you're already in a relationship, this means that Gemini season is going to be a great time for the two of you to find new creative ways to have fun together. New adventures are on the horizon for you and the person that you're in love with. Now, if you're single, this means that you're finally going to start to feel like you're getting over that relationship that you've been having such a hard time getting over. The energy is not only very strong for you to meet someone new, but it will be someone that brings a lot of fun into your life. Also, this 5th house transit means that they will be the one chasing you as opposed to the other way around. So be ready for some good times. And if you're into playing a little hard to get, then this should be fun for you, because this person that comes into your life won't be the type that gives up easily. Now, if you're in a space where you want love, but you still aren't believing that it will happen for you, or if you aren't really feeling confident about where you are in life, then this can undermine your manifesting power. So make sure to take whatever steps necessary to change that mindset of yours. That is if you want love, of course. If you don't, then keep thinking the way you're thinking. If you're enjoying being single and you just want to ride that wave, that's fine too. Either way, this 4-week period of Leo season has a very positive energy for you Geminis out there when it comes to life overall and when it comes to love. So enjoy it, live it up, and happy Leo season. Okay, Cancers, when the sun shifts into Leo on July 22nd, this will be taking place in your second house. So yes, Cancers, I know it's so hard to say goodbye to your season, but the good news is the second house transit is a fantastic placement for money coming your way and for overall job opportunities. The thing is, make sure not to get too caught up in spending too much money during this time. Look at it more as a building phase. Keep your eye on the prize and stay consistent. This is the perfect time of year for you to keep that rebirth energy flowing and to capitalize on the fact that you are just coming out of a time where the slate was wiped clean and you can begin to create change and make major headway in areas that may have been challenging for you in the past. If you made some investments during your birthday season, this may be the time that they begin to pay off. The second house is connected to Taurus, which is also a fixed energy just like Leo, so you will be right on point with the energy of staying consistent and staying the course. Make sure that consistency and focus are at the forefront of your consciousness, even if you're in the midst of falling in love or if you're excited about someone that you just met. Now, speaking of love, which all of us that have Cancer in our charts want to know about, even if we wish it weren't true, Cancer energy is very relationship oriented. So here are the goods in that area. Okay, on August 16th, Venus will be shifting into Libra. So for you, this will be in your 4th house. And the 4th house is related to Cancer energy. So this is a transit where you will feel right at home, Cancers. Because of this, you will find that you aren't very interested in anything superficial. This is not a time where you're thinking, oh, I just want to have some fun and see where that goes. You'll be much more connected to the idea of really connecting with someone on a deep level that knows what they want and that is capable of communication and who's, even more importantly, someone that isn't afraid of commitment and deep emotion. Now, more than likely, you already met this person during Cancer season, and this Libra Venus transit is the time where this connection will deepen. If you haven't yet met this person, it is very possible that a family member is the person that introduces you to them, or that they work in some way in that world that is connected to real estate, interior design, architecture, or a family counselor even, something related to home life. Either way, if you're looking to meet someone new, this is a favorable transit for this energy, and if you're already in a relationship, this is a time where the two of you will be deepening the connection and spending more one-on-one time together as opposed to just going out and socializing a bunch. So this Leo season is looking like a lucrative time for you Cancers when it comes to money, when it comes to work, and just remember not to overspend, and when it comes to love, it has some major potential as well. So live it up, Cancers, and happy Leo season. Okay, Leos, it is that time of year, finally your season, and I want to wish all of you fiery, exciting, motivating, inspiring Leos out there a happy birthday and a Leo season filled with abundance, unexpected, life-changing experiences, laughter, good times, and most of all, love. So happy birthday, Leos. Now, when the sun shifts into Leo on July 22nd, this will be taking place in your 1st house, which is the house of self. This is the point each year where you get that energetic opening to be reborn, Leos. So as you step into this reinvigorated you, it is important to ask yourself what you truly desire. Your manifesting power will be in high gear during this 4-week period of Leo season, so the more clear and connected you are to your desires, the more likely you will be to manifest exactly what it is that you want. Don't be surprised if you have a surge in money. If some new opportunities come your way during this time, this is also a great time to change up your outward image. So if you've been thinking of rocking a new style of clothing or a new hairstyle, or even just deciding to be a bit more outspoken than usual, this is the perfect time to make that shift. Remember, Leo is ruled by the sun, so when the sun is transiting your sign, it is an extremely powerful time for you. And I would normally say, don't waste this energetic opening, but I know as a Leo, you are excited to take any opportunity as soon as it comes your way. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Libra on August 16th, and for you Leos, this will be taking place in your 3rd house, which is also a great transit for you. This is because not only could one potential love interest be coming your way, but because this 3rd house energy is connected to Gemini energy, there could actually be two people that pique your interest. You will find, however, that the person that you find more intellectual stimulation with is the one that you'll be more attracted to. These potential connections could be someone that is a writer, someone that works with young people, a community organizer, and you could potentially be introduced to this person through a sibling or while you're on a short trip. Now, if you're already in a relationship, this means that you and your partner will do well to take a short trip together. And also, it's important for you two to make sure that you're being social during this time, because some new opportunities for you and for you two as a couple could pop up. Either way, love is looking good for you, Leos, which is no surprise during your season. So keep your mind and heart open during this 4-week period, because new dynamic shifts will be taking place, and these shifts will for sure be in a positive direction for you, Leos. So live it up and happy birthday. Okay, Virgos, it is Leo season, and when the sun shifts into Leo on July 22nd, this will be taking place in your 12th house. So for you, Virgos, this is a 4-week period where you are, as I said in the beginning of this video, meant to use this fixed energy of Leo season to stay the course and stay consistent when it comes to feeding your goals. But because this transit is in your 12th house, you will find that this is also a time of introspection and inner work. You're meant to take a bit of a retreat from the outside world to really get to know what areas of your life that you want to see transform or shift. This is because you want to be ready and very clear on what your intention is for Virgo season when that comes around, because that is your time of rebirth, and it is a time where your manifesting power will get a major boost. So in order to capitalize on that, you want to make sure that you've taken the time to look inward and ask yourself the sometimes hard but important questions of what it is you really want and what it is you really need to change in order to get it. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Libra on August 16th, and this will be taking place in your 2nd house, which is the house of money and possessions. So this is a great transit for when it comes to attracting abundance and wealth, but not necessarily a big time for making romantic connections. Interestingly enough, though, if you do come across someone that could be a potential romantic connection for you, they will be connected to the world of finance and money in some way. Like you could meet them at the bank or some other financial institution, or they may be an accountant or someone in that world. Overall, the 4-week period of Leo season is a bit of a vacation for you, Virgos, but not one of those vacations where you're meant to just take a break and recharge by having fun and stepping away from responsibility for a moment. It's really a vacation from your usual everyday distractions in order for you to really get clarity on who you are becoming and what you want to manifest for your season that starts on August 22nd. So enjoy this 4-week period, but make sure to have your consciousness in the right place so you can make the most of the huge energetic opening that is coming around during Virgo season. So happy Leo season, Virgos. Okay, Libras, when the sun shifts into Leo on July 22nd, for you, this will be in your 11th house, which is a fantastic transit for you, Libras. Cancer season was all about work opportunities opening up for you, which is great, but this Leo season and the 11th house transit is all about dreams coming true. This really amps up your ability to manifest, and it is so important to socialize during this time, Libras. This is where your good luck will come from, meaning the more you get out and the more you connect with people and talk about what it is you want to accomplish, or even just openly discuss your creative ideas, the more you do that, the more the universe will be able to put the correct people in your path to help you manifest exactly what you desire. Most of the time, I tell my clients to stay connected to the present moment as much as possible, and that remains true. But for you, Libras, this is a great 4-week period to dream big about your future. Allow yourself to really envision and feel what it is that you want your life to look like. Now, definitely don't spend any time thinking about what could go wrong in the future. That is an absolute waste of your time and such a funky energy anyway. Instead, really think of what you want, what excites you, what you would love to do, etc. This is the time of year to remind yourself, Libras, that life is meant to be enjoyed. So really start living each day with the intention of having a good time while pursuing your goals and connecting with people. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into your sign, Libra, on August 16th, which will be in your 1st house, which is a fantastic transit for love. This is a time where you might want to spice up your look, Libra, just meaning making a minor change here or there to bring a freshness and excitement to how you feel regarding your confidence and your self-perception. This 1st house transit is a great time to meet someone new because your magnetism and attractiveness will for sure get a huge boost. If you're already in a relationship, this may be a time where you're desiring more attention from your significant other, so don't be afraid, just communicate this to that person. I know as a Libra, you hate confrontation, so you'll say to yourself, well, if they care about me, they should want to give me what I need anyway without me having to ask. And yes, this is true, but the thing is, someone can want to give you exactly what you need, but unless they know what you need, how can they provide it? And I agree, some things should be obvious, but everyone's wired differently. Everyone sees love and relationships differently, and the beauty of a loving, communicative relationship is the person you are with will actually appreciate the more specific you are about your needs, because then they don't have to try and speculate or read between the lines. They can just give you exactly what you want because they heard it straight from your mouth. And there is nothing more romantic than someone that loves you and cares for you so much that they want to do whatever it takes to make you feel loved. So use this first house transit in Libra to up your communication game, Libras, when it comes to establishing what you desire and expressing that. So overall, Leo season is a fantastic time for you Libras, so live it up and happy Leo season. Okay, Scorpios, when the sun shifts into Leo on July 22nd, this will be in your 10th house. So this is great news when it comes to your world of work and public standing, Scorpio. Have you been looking for a job? This 4-week period of Leo season may very well be the time period that you will get that job offer that you've been looking for. If you already have a job and you've been looking to make more money, this is a great time to ask for that raise. Basically, the energy is focused on the world of how you make money and what you bring to the community and how the community sees you. This is also a time, Scorpios, where you will be focused on what direction you feel like you're going in life and how you feel about that direction. The 10th house is associated with Capricorn energy, so during this time, it'd be a great idea to adopt some of those traits that Capricorns are known so well for, like consistency, ambition, clarity concerning career goals, etc. Now when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Libra on August 16th, and this will be taking place in your 12th house. So this might bring a secret relationship into your life. Now this doesn't necessarily mean if you're in a relationship that you're going to be having a secret relationship on the side. It basically means that if a relationship develops during this 4-week period of Leo season, that the relationship will be one that you aren't feeling much like sharing with the world just yet. It means that the two of you may want to just keep it protected from outside opinions for a while. The 12th house transit also brings the energy of karmic connection. So someone that you develop a love connection with during this time could have a spiritual purpose in your life, or you could have a spiritual purpose in their lives, or the both of you could have a spiritual purpose in each other's lives. Meaning you both could have something major to learn from each other that would help you in your personal growth. So a relationship developed during this time will be intense to say the least. Now if you're already in a relationship, this 12th house of Venus transit could lend to you analyzing the relationship a bit in hopes to figure out how to rekindle the flame that the two of you once had or still have. But you may feel like it isn't burning as brightly as it used to, and you want to bring that excitement back. So overall, Scorpios, this 4-week period of Leo season is great for work prospects, making money, and also when it comes to love, bringing someone to you that has a deep spiritual purpose, but that also you will have the urge to keep the connection with that person to yourself for a while. So this Leo season may prove to be very interesting for you Scorpios out there. So live it up, enjoy, and happy Leo season. Okay, Sagittarius, now when the sun shifts into Leo on July 22nd, for you, this will be taking place in your 9th house. So for you, Sagittarius, this 4-week period of Leo season is all about expansion, which is what you love. Expansion of life experience, of spiritual beliefs and connection, and even in a literal sense, it means expansion of your physical location, so you may even have some travel planned during this time. If you don't, it actually may be a good idea to do so because this travel could very well be exactly what you need in order to connect to the necessary people to take the vision that you have for yourself or your goals to the next level. This is also an excellent time for you to be learning something new. So if there's some sort of course or skill that you've been meaning to learn, Sagittarius, but have been putting off, well, this Leo season is the time to dive in and get it done. Not only will you have the necessary boost in physical energy, but you will also have the necessary boost in your mental capacity, giving you an even stronger ability to absorb and process information. Now, quick side note, or a little warning actually, as a Sagittarius, you can be very direct direct and outspoken, which is a wonderful trait. I love that about you guys. But this ninth house transit may bring an experience where you have stepped out of line based on something that you say. So just be mindful not of what you say, but more so how you choose to say it. I know as a Sag, you're all about keeping it real, which is not an issue, but just remember there is a way where even a painful truth can be expressed and the person receiving the information will feel loved and supported as opposed to judged and called out. This ninth house transit also just overall brings good luck your way, so that's always good news. Now when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Libra on August 16th, which will be in your 11th house. So Sagittarius, if you have a friend that is attempting to set you up, then go for it. This 11th house transit really supports the energy behind you of meeting someone with strong romantic potential through a friend. And the positive thing about this transit also is that you won't be feeling as aggressive or impatient as you usually do. So whoever you do meet, you will be much more willing to take the relationship slowly, really establishing the friend connection first before really diving into that heavy romantic connection. And this could be really good for the long-term potential. If you are already in a relationship, this 11th house Venus transit is urging you and your significant other to spend more time together, bonding on that friendship level. It's easy sometimes when you're in a relationship to begin separating your friends as one part of your life and your relationship as another part of your life. And you don't necessarily need to blend the two all the time, but it is for sure helpful to make sure that your significant other is a friend of yours as well as a lover. So this 11th house transit will help you in deepening the love by deepening your friendship connection with your significant other. So this 4-week period of Leo season is set to be a very exciting time for you Sagittarius, with expansion from the 9th house Sun transit and love from the 11th house Venus transit. So live it up and happy Leo season. Okay Capricorns, so when the Sun shifts into Leo on July 22nd, for you this will take place in your 8th house. So this is a very important 4-week period for you Capricorns, and here's why. We all have certain habits, thought patterns, or behaviors that we know aren't good for us. Well, when the Sun is transit your 8th house, the theme is self-mastery. So this is the perfect 4-week period to really take control of your life. It is a time where you can put forth the effort to break any bad habits, and with the support of the 8th house transit, you are very likely to be successful. So don't be surprised if during this Leo season, you start to pay much more attention to the areas of your life that you know you need to change. Paying attention or bringing awareness to something is exactly how you begin to deal with it. So challenge yourself Capricorns to really make this a time of transformation where you take your behavior and your self-mastery to the next level. The 8th house transit also has a positive influence on finances, so you may find that you can pay down your debts significantly during this time or pay off your debt altogether, which is a great feeling. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Libra, which is in your 10th house. This is a great transit for you because the 10th house relates to Capricorn energy. So if you're single, this means that you may meet someone new, but this someone more than likely will be older than you and they may have some connection to your world of work. It could be either a coworker, or a coworker is the person that introduces you to this person, or you may meet them while you are working. This person will also have a strong energy of stability and success. Now, if you're already in a relationship, this 10th house transit will bring about a supportive energy of tending to any issue in the relationship that you've been wanting to address. Meaning if you put forth the work to transform any negative energy in your relationship, more than likely it will get resolved. So overall Capricorns, this Leo season is a time of personal transformation when it comes to your overall life energy, and when it comes to love, it will be a time where you may connect with someone that has something to do with your work world. So this should end up being an interesting, at moments challenging, but a very beneficial time for you Capricorns. Now remember to enjoy the process and happy Leo season. Okay Aquarius, now for you Leo season is the opposing energy to your Aquarius energy. So during the 4 weeks of Leo season, your Aquarius energy gets diminished a bit. For example, if you're an Aquarius with Cancer moon and Gemini rising, then during the 4 weeks of Leo season, you'll be operating much more from your Cancer moon and your Gemini rising. So if you feel off balance during this time, at least now you know why. And it will be important for you to have your go-to activities that you know help to calibrate you. This way you can feel as much like your usual self as possible. Now when the Sun shifts into Leo on July 22nd, this will be in your 7th house, which is the house of relationships. So if you're in a relationship, this will be a time where you may feel a bit more needy than you usually do. As an Aquarius, you're pretty good about enjoying your independence and you like a healthy relationship where you both maintain your own sense of self. Well, during this 4 weeks of Leo season, you may be desiring more connection and more time spent together. So instead of resisting that, just enjoy the shift and allow it to bring you two closer. If you're single, this will be a time where you start to feel that desire for a relationship start to grow. It'll also be a time where working in any sort of partnership will yield positive results. And as an Aquarius, you know you can go into phases where you operate more as a loner. So just know this is not one of those times. It's actually quite the opposite. So connection is the theme, Aquarius. Now, not only will the sun be in your 7th house when it comes to love, but Venus will be shifting into Libra on August 16th, and this will be in your 9th house, which brings major possibilities of you meeting someone new if you're single. The 9th house transit promises excitement and most likely a connection with someone from a different cultural background than you. Possibly meeting them along your travels. That is, if you do have any traveling planned during this Leo season, there's a high likelihood that this person is a teacher, a writer, a pilot even, a philosopher, or just a thrill seeker in some way. Either way, this 9th house transit is supporting the idea of excitement when it comes to love for you, Aquarius. If you're already in a relationship, this 9th house transit along with the sun's 7th house transit is for sure letting you know that this Leo season is a time to boost your romantic connection by spending more time together, but making sure that you two are doing things that you either have never done before or that you used to do and you haven't done in a while. And you know when you do those things together, they bring you together, they bring more excitement to the relationship. So the 4 weeks of Leo season for you, Aquarius, may have its challenging moments, but it will definitely shake up your romantic world, and you can make sure that the result is positive by making sure that you remain excited and prepared for any sort of adventure. So happy Leo season, Aquarius. Now Pisces, when the sun shifts into Leo, this will be in your 6th house. So Pisces, this Leo season for you will be all about work and your personal health. So it will be important during this time to really look at your spiritual, mental, and physical health. If you've been wanting to start a healthy eating plan, now would be the perfect time to get this started because you have the greatest possibility of success in sticking to the plan that you create. If you've been avoiding tending to your health for a long time and you don't get that under control now, then this Leo season may be the time where you start to see some health problems creep up. So be mindful of that, Pisces. You don't want to find yourself taken off course by health issues. Now, when it comes to work, this 6th house transit is a great support for the fixed energy of Leo season. This will really help you stay focused and consistent, which can be a challenge for you at times, Pisces, especially when it comes to dealing with annoying details. So this is a great time for making some very positive headway when it comes to work, Pisces. The 6th house transit also could mean that if you've been considering getting a pet, well, now's the time for your furry little friend to come into your life. Now, when it comes to love, Venus will be shifting into Libra on August 16th, and this will be taking place in your 8th house, Pisces. Now, the 8th house is related to Scorpio energy. So this means that if you meet someone new during this time, that they will be very mysterious with a strong connection to the spiritual world. They could come into your life and not only stimulate you emotionally and sexually, but they have the potential to really help to heal and transform you in a very profound way. So this is very exciting for you, Pisces. Now, if you're already in a relationship, this 8th house Venus transit means this is the time for you and your significant other to deepen your connection by doing things more spiritually fulfilling. Maybe meditating together or taking a yoga class together, or just having deep conversations that allow you to open up in a way that you haven't opened up to each other in a very long time, if ever. Now, the 8th house Venus transit also brings positive energy around money for you, Pisces, so you may get a little financial boost during this time, which is always nice. So Leo season, Pisces, is a time where work and finances will get a nice upgrade, where you may connect with a spiritually intense relationship that can possibly lead to deep love and transformation. So this is gonna be an exciting one, Pisces. So happy Leo season. So there you have it, what to expect when it comes to life overall and love for this Leo season. Remember, the theme is consistency and staying the course. So let's stay focused on making the choices that lead to the actions that support your truth and will assist you in manifesting the things that you desire and definitely deserve. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and hang out with me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.